This is the Azimut Magellano 76. It takes over from the Magellano 74, and far from being just aesthetic tweaks and an extension of the bathing platform, there are some real differences in the layout on this boat that makes it work really well in a different way to the old model. The saloon hasn't changed an awful lot, apart from the fact that the galley has moved over onto the starboard side, being tucked away but also open so that the person in the kitchen can be in discussion with those sitting in the saloon. Its U-shape makes it very safe to use at sea, as you can steady yourself against the countertop. We really like the details like the two coffee tables that can be slid along the seating and also pulled out so that they can freestand anywhere in the saloon. The ergonomics at the lower helm show that this is more of a boat to put on autopilot and let the boat do the work, then grab the throttles and wheel and thread it through the waves. The master cabin is where some of the main changes have happened, and you now have a walk-in wardrobe and the ensuite heads behind the bed head, providing some insulation between the owners and the machinery in the engine room. The walk-in wardrobe has all the space that you would need for extended cruising, and the ensuite is as luxurious as you would imagine on a boat of this size and type. A really neat feature in the new 76 is the fact that the master cabin has access through a door to the fourth cabin, which can also be transformed into a study, so the owner has a private space to work. The VIP cabin forward may not be quite as spectacular as the master cabin, but it's still an incredibly comfortable space for the owner to house his guests. They of course have access to their own ensuite as well. We were really impressed by the crew quarters on this boat, with twin bunks for crew and a separate little space for the skipper. There is also access to the engine room from this area, and of course a shared bathroom. The design of the flybridge with its huge overhang means that the space in this area is absolutely incredible. What a fantastic place to spend time with friends entertaining on deck. The U-shaped seating has plenty of room for 8 to 10 to dine in absolute comfort, and it's also under the shelter of the hardtop. The helm position up here may be simple, but at least it means that you can drive the boat with the wind in your hair. Just take a look at how chunky the insulation of the hardtop is. Really good to see. In fact, build quality is sky high throughout on the Magellano 76. And nowhere is this more in evidence than in the engine room. Access through this watertight hatch from the crew quarters, step inside, find plenty of space around both engines to work on them, and there's also structures over both engines so that you have something to hold on to when you're moving around. It's really nice to see the details like these twin Raycor fuel filters as well, with their clear bowls so that you can easily inspect the fuel. All cabling is tied nice and neatly around the edge of the engine room as well. And there's even an intercom system so that the crew member in the engine room can easily talk to the skipper up on deck.